Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is commitment to yourself. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I am using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these articles a while back, and the world has changed so much since then. If I encounter something that is out of date as I am reading, I will interrupt myself, but give you the most recent information. At the end, if necessary, I will give you a summary of the topic based on what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Commitment to yourself. In working with several people recently, a theme emerged. Two are having a very creative and productive time, rising above challenges, moving forward in their lives. And then two were spinning their wheels, feeling stuck, overrun by their mental gremlins. The secret for the first two was the solution for the second two, committing to oneself with a capital S. The first two were committed, the second two weren't. We're not talking about discipline or being committed to goals, although that figures into the equation for one of the productive people. The other has a more creative approach, doing what she feels motivated to do when she feels motivated to do it. And each time I meet with her, she's teeming with new ideas and offerings. It's an internal commitment they both have to their inner being or their expanded self. When that is present, it's like a guiding light that directs you through the toughest time and acts like traction, getting you out of any rut where you're spinning your wheels. When you're committed to yourself, it aligns your focus with your highest good, even if you don't know what that is at the time. It allows things to fall into place. Situations and circumstances occur to support you in your growth and expansion. People are sometimes afraid of commitment. They think it'll trap them or they'll lose something. They often resist commitment because they think it'll restrict their freedom. As with all things spiritual, it's the exact opposite that's true. All of these ideas are lies our gremlin voices whisper to us in order to maintain the status quo of stuckness. In reality, committing to yourself empowers you. Committing to yourself opens the doors to opportunities you never dreamed were possible. How do you commit to yourself? Do you have to have a ceremony? Does it require lengthy meditations? No, not really. It's just a decision. You may need to remind yourself frequently as new things come up. Often when you commit to yourself, it's like going through a spiritual remodel. Your reality constructs that were based on false premises start to dissolve. Like living in a house being remodeled, it can be really uncomfortable for a while, which is why frequent reminders are necessary. Some people like to meditate or journal as it's a way to communicate within and can be useful reminder tools. A dialogue between yourself and yourself can be very comforting. When you change your energy patterns, you may no longer match your friends and family and coworkers, so it can feel quite lonely. Some people join like-minded groups. It's helpful to be with others who are on the same or similar journey. So breathe and release all those old ideas about commitments and restrictions. Take a deep breath and inhale new energy, new inspiration, and new ideas. Try this just for a week, committing to yourself, and see what changes happen. You may like it so much that you may commit to yourself for the rest of your life. I think a lot of this still really applies. I think a lot of us are still going through a lot of struggle and questioning and feeling like if I commit to myself, I'm committing to staying stuck, as opposed to committing to myself as consciousness manifesting in this reality, in which case it opens the doors to all sorts of possibilities. And really, I think at its essence, it's committing to living this life as fully as possible, because from the perspective of consciousness, all lifetimes happen in the blink of an eye. We'll only really know that after we leave. It's really useful to savor this experience as much as possible. If you have any comments or you have any experiences about this, please leave them in the comments below. I love to read your comments. And if you want to have a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below for the Skybox technique. It'll give you an expanded perspective of what's going on in your world today. And I have a self-study course, Manifesting Money and Miracles, which is a great introduction to how to fully embody these frequencies in order to have money and miracles show up in your life. So click on the link below to get more information about that. If you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I do individual sessions where I take a look at the essence of who you are and what's going on in your life today. I can answer any questions that you have about your future, about relationships, about money, and I can also talk to dead people, and I record it just for you. And if you want to know more about how to do this for yourself, my self-study course is a great basic training, and it also helps prepare you for my coaching special, where I work with you one-on-one and give you specially selected consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.